April 14, 2016, today marks exactly 2 years since 219 girls were kidnapped from a government secondary school in Chibok, Borno State. I am here at the Unity Fountain where the Bring Back Our Girls campaign group are gathered. Today, they are going to take a symbolic march to the presidential villa. Now, this is one of series of events that have been lined up through the week in commemoration of this incident. They say the symbolic march to the presidential villa is to make a statement to the president. They are going to remind the president about demands made in the past and promises unfulfilled. One of the issues the Bring Back Our Girls campaign group hope to bring before the president today is the fact that he promised in January this year to set up an investigation into the missing girls, an investigation that would allow for the administration to put together pieces of information towards the rescue of the over 200 kidnapped girls. Another issue they also wish to bring before the president is to remind him that there is no investigation. There was also a meeting with the president in July 2015 towards the setup of a missing persons verification template and bureau. Now, this template to be managed by a bureau is to ensure that information of all missing persons related to insurgency in Nigeria is put together. There is also the issue for the need to have a DNA testing of persons who are identified to have been involved in bomb explosions nobody might be sure are part of the missing girls. They also want to bring before the president the need for there to be a rehabilitation structure that would allow for victims of insurgency to be taken care of. And indeed, victims that are not those involved in insurgency, who are Nigerians that have been involved in incidences that require for them to be rehabilitated. Now, this symbolic march will start any moment from now, from the Unity Fountain, and it's going to be led by the co-convener of the Bring Back Our Girls campaign group, Dr. Obegeli Ezekwesili. They say that 2 years is a long time for girls to be missing with no idea of their location. They also say that there are lots of promises have been made by the previous administration and this present administration, and that these promises need to be fulfilled. They are also making series of demands which they say have to be met. They are impressed by the activities of the Nigerian military, which they say has been pushing back the insurgents. But they also want a situation where there is information on the whereabouts of the missing Chibok girls. Now, here at the Unity Fountain, they are gathering in their numbers, and they're going to proceed from here in a few moments on a symbolic march to the presidential villa. In a few moments, I will have an interview with the co-convener who would throw more light into exactly the demands they will be bringing before the president and the issues they will be presenting in a statement they will make today. Today makes it exactly 2 years since these girls went missing. Now I will have an interview with the co-convener of the Bring Back Our Girls campaign group, Dr. Obegeli Ezekwesili, to show more light into what the statement is that they will be making at the presidential villa.
Well, I shall not be already telling you about our statements, otherwise then we can do it here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to have a symbolic march all the way to the gate of the seat of power, We don't plan on meeting anyone. That's not the intention of our march. What we want to do is to get to that gate of the villa. We met with the president in January, and he had said there was lack of credible intelligence. Well, we have a message for our president, for the whole world, especially the leaders of the free countries of the world that had turned up to support the rescue operation for our girls in 2014. We have messages for the whole world that had raised signs concerning the girls. 731 days, too long a time for young women who went to acquire knowledge to be left in the hands of savages. And so we're going to just give these messages to the world and demand for actions. Thank you.
One of the things that people are wondering is how come you were not tired? It's 2 years already. Are you not giving up on the return of these girls?
I mean, like, how can we possibly give up on those girls? Look at you and I. Education brought us thus far. It would be totally unforgivable for any one of us, especially the women of this country, that came from poverty and through education became something, to not consciously connect to the tragedy of those girls. If those girls were the children of the elite in this society, they would not have been ignored the way they were ignored. And so we must continue to call for their rescue. We are looking to a sustained operation that will lead to their rescue. So we won't tire. I mean, tire. I should not ever be tired of doing this, because imagine if I had been abducted at the time I was in secondary school. I would not be standing here speaking with you. So we owe them. We owe them big time. Since their parents have refused to give up on their daughters, we as a community, we as a society, we as humanity must remember the bond of shared humanity. That collective humanity that holds us together must force us to do what is needful to make sure that these girls are returned and can continue with their education. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, that was the co-convener of the Bring Back Our Girls campaign group, Dr. Obegeli Ezekwesili. The campaign march, the symbolic march to the presidential villa, will start any moment from now.
Fight for the soul of Nigeria. Let's never forget that the fight for our Chibok girls is the fight for the soul of Nigeria. As long as 219 girls are in captivity, humanity itself is in captivity. We cannot forget our girls. We cannot forget our daughters. We cannot forget 219 girls that went to school, and 2 years today they have been in captivity. We will keep demanding for our girls. We must ensure that our girls are brought back. For any of us that watched that video and saw that mother who identified her daughter, the way she broke down, the way she cried, she's waiting for her daughter to be brought back home. And it is the duty of the Nigerian government to ensure that these girls, our girls, are brought back home. It is not doing them a favor by demanding for their rescue. It is only doing that which is right. The rescue of the Chibok girls is not a privilege that they have to earn. It is their right as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What are we demanding?
Bring back our girls now and alive.
What are we asking?
The truth, nothing but the truth.
What do we want?
Our girls back now and alive.
When would we stop?
Not until our girls are back and alive.